Hi everyone, it's Sandra from Balance and Grace. I wanted to share with you today my vacation haul. We actually just got home about an hour ago and I wanted to film right away before unpacking and putting everything away. I just wanted to share with you as I open everything now that I'm home. Okay, so there I did a lot of shopping. We went down to Florida. We went through several states. I did some shopping in Aventura. I don't know if anyone has ever been to Aventura in southern Florida, but it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful mall there. A lot of shopping. So I went to the Louis Vuitton store at the Aventura Mall. I went to Nordstrom's Rack. I also went shopping in another mall, I'm not sure where, but in Orlando. So I'll be sharing all those things with you. Of course, I'll do the goodies first, like the main goodies, my Louis Vuitton mini haul. Only 2 items. But it's something I've been wanting for a very, very, very long time. And finally, I got it. I watched a ton of videos. The second item, actually, I didn't even know I wanted, but I knew I wanted something easy, and I just love it. So let's get started. Okay, so I went to, like I said, the Louis Vuitton in the Aventura Mall. This is the bag that it comes in. The sales associate was so wonderful, so wonderful. And he did offer me a box, but he said, do you want a box? I know you're traveling. He knew, that I wasn't from Florida. He knew I was traveling, so he figured I wouldn't want it because it's not easy to travel that way. And although I really, really, really wanted a box, I opted not to get it because, I just wouldn't have been able to pack. My friend did say, though, that I should go to another store here in New York City and ask for one. Let's see. I do want to get this hot stamped, and I wasn't able to do it there because the guy who does it had already left. So maybe, who knows, when I go to get it stamped with my initial, perhaps I'll be able to say, can I have a box? Okay, so let's start with proof of purchase, Louis Vuitton, the nice envelope that they give, and the receipt says, sorry, okay, the lighting is not going to work. Yeah, there we go. It says Louis Vuitton, LV, and then the store. So you can see where I got it from, unless it's backwards. Proof of purchase, I got 2 items, which I realized afterwards, maybe I should have done them separately. But I mean, the only reason for doing them separately that I thought of was in case I wanted to sell it, but I don't know. I really love both pieces, so I don't think that would happen. Anyway, his name was Eddie. Eddie at Aventura, in the Aventura Mall on Biscayne Boulevard. He was absolutely wonderful. His name is Eddie Arias, A-R-I-A-S. He was really, really great. Okay, so the first item, I mean, it's very common. The reason that, so basically, it's the Neverfull in monogram. It's the MM size. And I said I've been wanting this for a very long time. Why? Well, because I have had, I believe since 2012, I've had this one, which I love dearly. This is my Neverfull in Damier Bean. It's the GM. This bag is huge. And I remember when I went to go buy it, I bought it on Northern Boulevard in Manhasset. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called, not Miracle Mile. It's called something, but it's a huge shopping area in Manhasset. I know J-Lo has a house out there. But anyway, I remember, trying this one on, trying the MM on, and saying, if I don't go big, I'm going to regret it. And I do not regret getting this one, but it's not for everyday use. It's not like an everyday bag. It just, you know, I'd be in stores and hitting people with the bag. Of course, it can be cinched in. In the beginning, I didn't cinch it in. In the last, I'd say 4 months, I started really cinching it because it just, you know, it's just so big. And it's great, like, I took it for traveling, and it was great for that. It actually only within the last couple of weeks started to get soft here. This leather, the treated leather straps were quite stiff for a very, very long time. I actually didn't use it that much, but it's just starting to get a little bit softer, and you know, you can see some wear. And like I said, I got it in 2012 or 2011. I believe this one was 2012. So that's 3 years, and you know, that's not bad. So this is the GM, which I've had and I love, but I really, really wanted the MM for more day-to-day, everyday use. I know it holds a ton. Obviously, this is the new model, which, by the way, I'm sure we all know this. If you're a Louis addict or you've been following, I know, watching the YouTube videos, we all know about the price increases. So this bag, which is smaller, now costs way more. Let me see if I can do the math. I think it was about $400 more. $300 to $400 more, the smaller bag, than this when I bought it 3 years ago. So of course, we know the newer models cost more. There was a price increase, and I guess they justify that price increase with the pochette that comes inside. I actually, when I went in, now these are available with colored interiors and colored lining rather. And I looked at the Rose Ballerine, which it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. And you know, the sales associate, one of them was like, oh my goodness. It was almost as if he hadn't seen it, which was a little weird. I didn't understand why he was so surprised. But he was like, that's gorgeous. Maybe he was acting. He was like, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful color, which I agree. The interior was beautiful, but I didn't like the way the interior or the lining matched the bag, the outside of the bag. So although the lining was pretty, when you see just a peek, like a hint, like if you put your bag down and you see just a hint of the lining, I like the classic look. So I went with the classic beige, knowing that, you know, I have to really keep it clean. So I'm really, really happy about this. You know, it's nothing fancy. I mean, everybody has this bag, but I just really, really wanted it. It's so easy to use and it holds so much, I know. I am a little disappointed about how they changed the inside pocket. So it's a little more plain to me. It's, you know, a different font. And in the older models, I just thought this was really, I don't know. I just like that it's in script and it just looks a little more, I don't know, a little more French. That's weird. But to me, this just seems a little more French and a little more Louis. You can see there's a stain there. So, my Neverfull MM in monogram. Very happy about that. And, you know, I have mixed feelings about this. We'll see. What I did like about the color linings is that the pochette that matches the zipper is the color. So for example, in the Rose Ballerine, this part of the zipper, which in this case it's dark brown, in the Rose Ballerine, that's pink. And that I thought was beautiful. I almost wished I could like get, you know, mix match the pochette and the bag, but you know. So that I thought was wonderful. By the way, I'm sure, and just in case, it has an inside pocket and a lot of space. I mean, as we know, it's very thin. It's like envelope, but it has a lot of space. I've been thinking about, you know, I guess I will attach this to the D-ring inside and use it in that way. This bag actually was made in the USA. I asked and they said, oh, our bags are made in the USA. And he felt like it's because the Neverfulls are so they're hot sellers. They sell a lot. They make a lot. They're made in the U.S. Okay. The next bag that I got was, and again, this wasn't even on my radar for a long time. The Neverfull's been on my radar for years. This, it's not even in, obviously this is the dust bag that comes with it. It is out of the dust bag. It is in use. I started using it immediately. I wasn't trying to wait and keep it. It's the favorite, sorry, I'm just so excited. It's the favorite MM. It's crossbody or shoulder or whatever you want it to be, clutch. This was really great to have on vacation. So I had, you know, at some point I had traveled with the Neverfull GM, but once I got this is what I used for the rest of the trip. Surprisingly. So when I went, I did a lot of research. Watched a lot of videos, watched a lot of comparison videos with this to the Eva clutch. I watched what fits in, you know, the favorite MM. I thought I wanted Damier Azur. I said, well, I really wanted both. I really wanted two of these, Damier Azur and Damier Bean. But I said, okay, I have to control myself, one. But two, I went in and I tried, I really wanted to want the Damier Azur. And I tried it on, and I really thought that's what I was going to go with. I said, well, I can use that now in summer, and then when it gets colder, then I can purchase this one for, you know, the colder months. But this was the one that was calling me, and I just love it. The treated leather made me feel a lot more comfortable. I'm not one to say, oh, I'm not going to get Vachetta because it's going to get dirty, but at the same time, this is just, you know, the weather's crazy, especially in Florida. It rained, I think, every day. It's just carefree. You don't have to worry. And I think what actually really sold me was the inside. And I just love it. I love the color. Love it. It's red. It's like rouge. It's a rouge red. So this is, I am in love. I am in love. I am in love. So I know there are a million videos about the favorite MM size. The little details are just, you know, this cinched part is absolutely amazing. Obviously, there's LV on all the hardware, and we have this part in the back, which doesn't. I think it's weird that it's there, but it doesn't bother me. It's sort of like the outline of the pocket that's inside. It's the stitching with two pieces of hardware. I don't know what you call those. And then the strap, which, this was the other thing. I knew going in that the strap for the favorite is shorter than the strap for the Eva clutch. I'm 5'9". I knew that the length of the strap on the Eva clutch was probably better for me, but I actually was okay. I guess I'll stand up and let you see where it hits me. I've seen lots of mod shots, and I would probably feel a tiny bit more comfortable if it were maybe a half an inch lower, but this right here at my hip doesn't bother me at all. You can have it here. Sometimes I would fling it back depending on the situation. Obviously, in a crowded place, I wouldn't do that. Sometimes have it in the front. And surprisingly, I even liked it just like this. I was, you know, I thought that was very comfortable. The chain, for the most part, I carried it with the chain showing because I just think that it's gorgeous that way. I'm trying to think if I had it in the back. Sometimes, well, it just depends on how I grabbed it. So sometimes in the back, sometimes the chain would hang in the front. Obviously, so pretty. I know when I had it like this, I definitely saw people like kind of look twice because it's so pretty. The strap is connected, the leather strap is connected by this ring. On this side, it's connected with a loop through. And the chain is, you can disconnect it on one side, but not on the other. It's a permanent, you know. And I won't go through all the variations again. Like I said, there are a million videos out there. What I was surprised about, though, is how much fits in here. Okay, so right now, it's a mess. throughout the whole trip, I was very, very organized. But toward the end of the trip, you know, again, it was a road trip. We drove down to get a car. So driving back, I drove the whole way from Virginia this morning. And we stopped once, but I ended up just throwing stuff in to go into the rest stop and, you know, get a green tea from Starbucks. So now it's actually a mess. But I was really, really, really surprised at how much fit in. Throughout the trip, like I said, it rained every day. I was even able to have my umbrella, my small totes umbrella fits in here. And then additional things, I don't have the umbrella in here anymore, I don't think. Oh, actually I do. I still have it in there. So when I saw that this fit in there, there was something else that fit in, I don't know, that I was really surprised. So when I first got it, this is my full-size Gucci wallet. This fits in there. Now, it doesn't leave much room for anything else, but, you know, it fits. It's like, if you look, it totally fits in there. And then, you know, I could also fit keys and, you know, lip gloss, lip balm, whatever. But then, you know, when I was able to change, I changed out of that wallet because running around, I really didn't need every single card that I had in there on vacation. So I switched to this, which is a little Kate Spade key pouch. And this is where I kept, I love this so much, it's soft and it smells so, so, so good. My friend bought it for me. But it held a bunch of money and a bunch of cards and my license and a tiny gloss, a Benadryl. I always travel with a Benadryl because, you know, you never know, allergic reaction to something. And this basically was my wallet, which then left a lot of space in here. And right now, again, like I said, I just threw everything in from getting out of the car. This is my son's iPhone. I had tissue. This is a charger for the phone. Now this was the whole trip. I was so organized. This was never loose in my bag. I had a pouch for it, but again, headphones. I just threw them in there. This, I don't know how it made it in here instead of in the suitcase. It's a variety of perfume samples. I didn't want to travel with my full size, and so I have like Michael Kors, Prada, different perfume samples in here. This actually, you know, the EOS, I had taken this out and left it in the car because when I first had it in here with the Gucci wallet, it just wasn't the right shape and it made the bag kind of stick up on one side, so I had taken that out. We just got home and I had a UPS notice. This is another charger which I'm in love with for my phone. Oh my God, how cute is that? How cute is that? It's so thin. It's awesome to charge there's where you put the USB. There's where you can charge it up with that. So it's a Snoopy phone charger. Love it. Just bought it right before the trip. I don't know, I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to turn into a what's in my bag, but I just really think it's good to see how much fits in here. Aquaphor. Here is the umbrella that, you know, saved me a couple of times. It definitely rained a lot, like I said. Some random cash, a parking ticket. Then we have inside, it's the little pocket. This was made in France. It says right here, Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. And in this little pocket, I still have a hotel key and some receipts. What fell is the barcode for my favorite. And then, of course, what tells you. Okay, sorry, I think that might be backwards, but we'll see. So here it is empty, and it still surprises me how much I can actually hold in there. Enough. You know, I was nervous. I thought, you know, I recently brought a crossbody from Kate Spade, which I actually really, really love, but it just won't hold. It won't hold things. I guess I can show really quickly. I love this. It's beautiful from Kate Spade, but this is really, I have to really be downsizing because, you know, and it folds. I love this part. It has a front. polka dots. It has this, which goes all the way down, but it barely holds anything. So I said, I really need something. And they're similar in size. I mean, it almost seems like this is larger, but it doesn't hold anywhere near what the favorite holds. So definitely, definitely, if you've been even thinking about it, go for it. And some people feel the PM is big enough for what they need. So I suggest going, trying it on, seeing what's what. And of course, it comes in monogram LVs. It comes in this damier band and the damier azur. Okay. One more thing from my Louis Vuitton, one more thing from my Louis Vuitton trip is at the end, you know, in the beginning I was sort of nervous and I got there late. We got there a lot later than I wanted to. The mall was going to close in an hour. You know, he offered me water and champagne or something to drink, and I was just like, no, I just wanted to focus on shopping. Towards the end, I felt a little more relaxed. I had, you know, what I wanted, and he, you know, I took sparkling water, and then he also, I just thought this was wonderful. I don't know if this, I've been to Louis Vuitton several times, and I've never been offered this, so I thought it was cute. I don't know if it's what they're supposed to do all the time, but it's chocolate. And I haven't opened it, of course. I just want to never open it. It has a really sweet ribbon on it. I do not speak French at all, but it says La Maison du Chocolat, Paris. Okay, sorry if I really, really butchered that, but cute box of chocolate and a cloth napkin. Oh, I don't know if you can see the detail. It looks like something's on it. Yeah, I've tried so hard with packing to keep everything nice and neat and not get crushed. But cloth napkin, chocolate, Perrier water, I'm good. It was great. It was great. So this is the first part, Louis Vuitton mini haul. I have lots more to show. If you just wanted to see the Louis Vuitton part, you can X out now. Thank you for watching. But next I have my Longchamp bag, which I'm going to show. Okay, so right around the corner from the Louis Vuitton boutique was Longchamp. Love, 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 love. This is the bag. So I also immediately started using this one. Again, I felt like my Neverfull GM, I really wanted to give it a rest because I packed it for the trip down when I've never packed it so full. It was so heavy that I was holding it, even though it was on my shoulder, I was holding it from the bottom because I was just so nervous. And I know they say it holds 300 pounds, but I was so nervous. But, so I really wanted to give it a rest. So here's how the receipt comes. Now what I don't like is that it's this kind of receipt. This kind of paper receipt eventually, wears away. The ink just wears away. The Louis Vuitton type of receipts on paper, I feel like that lasts years and years and years. Hopefully, you know, this won't wear away, but I'm pretty sure it will. I have I have 2 Longchamp bags already. I have a small, okay, so let me just, sorry, I'm just talking. So this is the Le Pliage, again with the French, sorry. And it is, I'm going to say it's the medium. I'm really not sure. Actually, I think it's the large. Yeah, I actually think this is the large. So this is the one that, I don't know, that I see most. It's the most common, popular one. And, you know, it holds a ton. And I love it. I went for blue. I went in and said black. But then a young lady walked in who actually had a color, and I said, you know what, I get black or brown, black or brown. How boring. How boring is that? So I went for the blue, and I'm so glad I did. I love it so much. The handles are so thick, and like they just feel, it just feels so well made. The handles are so thick. I don't remember it being like this structured and thick on my other one, but who knows? I've had it a really long time. Maybe it was like this when I first bought it. I know they did shorten it, actually. The one that I have has the longer handles, and I remember I went in a few years later and I said, wait a minute, this doesn't look, you know, the same. And I said, yeah, we shortened the handles. People were complaining it was just too long and so on. I was like, okay, whatever. But still love it. It is everybody should have this bag. They do make the smaller ones, which I have one of those in brown, but this is just like, I work in a school, throw everything in here, go to work. It's really great. So it has, all the detailing. This is wonderful leather. It's so soft and smooth. It says Longchamp here. It says Longchamp on the zipper pull with their logo. And, of course, we know it's famous for being able to fold up and pack easy. So again, this was easy to pack when I wasn't using it. It folds up flat and snaps. It's really, really great. Love it. Love it so much. Okay. So as far as bags go, I got a free gift with purchase from Longchamp bag. I don't know if that counts, but I'll show that too as I show the rest of the haul.